pleasure to be with you here today. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm happy to hear about that. So let me introduce myself. I am Andrea Miranda, and today, along with my other colleague, we are in charge of conducting this interview. So let me tell you the purpose of this interview. The purpose is to get to know each other a little bit more. So this will help us to visualize some points that are really important before we make a selection. So do you have any questions, or can we start now?
I don't have any question.
Sure. Okay. Do you find it irritating to hear people having a different opinion than yours?
Okay, I don't find it irritating to hear that people have different opinions to mine, because everyone has the right to express the different opinion.
Okay, now my other colleague is going to ask you another question.
For you, do you find it embarrassing to talk about relationships with your teenagers?
Okay, it is embarrassing for me to about relationship with my teenager. I think this topic is personal, not professional, but I will guide them and try to give the advice to take responsible decision in the future.
I have another question. Would you mind telling me if you find difficult to explain a scientific fact to older people?
Yes, I find it difficult, but I consider myself as a patient person, so I could try to use different ways to explain to the thing and make it easier.
Welcome, Ms. Alciba. Can't you tell me if do you find it boring to read classical literature?
Okay, I find it boring, but it doesn't mean that literature is boring. I think some people can find it entertaining, and it depends on people's taste.
Okay, Ms. Alcivar, we are going to interview another applicants, and then we are going to call you. Good morning, Ms. Guillem.
Good morning, Ms. Miranda.
Okay, I hope you are ready for the interview. So, I would like to know if you find it irritating for you to hear people having a different opinion than yours.
Well, I don't find it irritating because it's pretty interesting to find people that think different than you, and that makes us who we are.
Okay, now my colleague, Mayrene Pin, is going to ask you a question.
Thank you
Okay,
very
welcome, Ms. Guillem. Could you tell me if do you find it boring to read classical literature?
much. I think it's pretty interesting because it's necessary sometimes for our lives and to acquire new knowledge.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Ms. Guillen. I have another question. Do you find it embarrassing to talk about relationships with your teenagers?
I don't find it embarrassing, but it can be a little bit unprofessional from my part. Uh, Sometimes you can make it to create connections with your students and other people too.
Good morning, Miss Valeria.
Good morning.
Would you mind telling me if you find difficult to explain scientific facts to older people?
The question, please.
Would you mind telling me if you find difficult to explain scientific facts to older people?
It can be difficult because you need facts to explain that, and you just can't talk something that you just read on the internet. you always need to have knowledge and really know what you're going to say. So I don't find it difficult, but more you need to be specific with the information.
Thank you very much for your answers.
Thank you.
Who do you think was better, Valeria or Maria Jose?
I think both were good and their responses too, but I consider Valeria showed more confidence, and I think she deserves the position.
Yes, I agree with my college Damaris. The Miss Guillen was more precise or clear with your answer.
Yes, I also agree with you because Miss Guillen showed more confident than Miss Osiver, and the answers were better.
So I think she will be perfect for the job. So what do? We call her now?
Yes, I think we should call her.
Okay. So that's decided. Thank you very much, Miss Valeria. You're hired.
Thank you very much. I'm going to do a great job.